Oh, good morning, everybody. Man, oh man, it's grub time. Check that out. Summer sausage, rice, spaghetti sauce, cheese, with some seasoning put in there. Oh, that is delicious. So I'm out here for a very specific reason. Last weekend I was out here and I made a big boo-boo. I ended up stabbing myself in the hand. You're gonna see that after. So when I did that, I had a little tiny first aid kit. So one of those little travel first aid kits, those little plastic cases. I had that in my backpack, right in the bottom of my backpack actually. And when I cut my hand and I seen the blood coming out, I honestly didn't have much faith in that little first aid kit that I had. And so what I did was I ripped my jersey off here and wrapped it around my hand and got out of here safely. I had a big first aid kit in my truck, which is always there, and it's replenished from when I used it last weekend. So, well, the reason why I'm here right now is it's okay to make mistakes out here. Stuff happens. Things do happen, but you should always try to be as safe as possible. But when stuff does happen, you should learn from it. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to learn from that mistake. So I'm going to enjoy my meal right here, and then we'll get into it. Cheers, everybody. Oh man, that's good. So the case I went and bought is a Nanook 903, and you can see the color and the cross in the middle. This is made for putting your first aid gear in. So I like this because it has locking snaps here. You got to push that little lever to get that clasp to come up. So that was the first thing I was excited about, was getting an actual good case. So that way I had a waterproof case to put all my good gear in. So we're going to open that up right now. So here's what it looks like when you open it up. There is a tray that sits in here too if you wanted to organize your gear better, but it takes up more room and it wouldn't fit all my gear. So I got self-adhesive bandage tape right here. I got a roll of that. And this might be the most important thing out here that could probably save my life. This is called an Israel bandage. And what that basically is a big piece of gauze in the middle, and there's a wrap on the outside. So if you get a big slice, a big injury, you can gauze it on there, and you can tensor bandage that around there. That's what that is. Very important right here. This one here is called a trauma wound dressing or an Israel bandage. I got Vaseline. And you might say, why does he have Vaseline? I got Vaseline because it can help you heal some minor burns. It can help you with minor sunburns. It'll also help you with when you get rashes and stuff, when your pants and stuff are getting chafed, when your legs and stuff are getting chafed from if your pants are wet or if you're sweating and you're walking far distances. Sometimes the inside of your legs will chafe and get very sore. The Vaseline will help that, and you will not get chafed. And it won't be sore. So that's one of the reasons why I got that. It's also good for chapped lips, that type of thing too. I got a little bit of aspirin. And this is if you're feeling like you're gonna have a heart attack, you pop a few of these in, and that could potentially save you out here. 2 different sizes of gauze. 2 different rolls. A bunch of alcohol wipes. That's if I get a minor cut, I can clean that right away with those wipes. Polysporin. Help with burns, minor cuts, that type of thing. And I also got a tourniquet. If I get a major wound from swinging an axe in the leg or something like that, I got a tourniquet I can wrap around and slow down that bleeding. That's going to save my life right here. I did throw some chapstick in here as well. And obviously chapstick is for that reason. I got some scissors, trauma scissors. In the top of the lid here, I got all my different waterproof bandages right here. And gauze pads. So I'm going to show you that now. I got a couple Aleve. If I got a headache, if I got a sore knee, whatever, I got a few Aleve in here. Gauze pads of different sizes. I get a decent cut. I can just get that right away, pin that on the cut, slow the bleeding, wrap around the wrap and stuff, and help myself out. So this is going to help me. This is a nice padded thing, stop bleeding. And then in this little baggie here, I got a bunch of different size waterproof bandages. From big, that full square is one bandage right here, to smaller bandage for minor cuts and stuff like that. So that's my first aid kit. And I noticed a few things I'm missing. I'm missing a tensor bandage. So I just showed you my little first aid kit. This is all new, basically new to me. And I also been carrying around for the last year a little fire kit. And I'll show you that as well. This will help me if I'm out here in the cold weather and I fall through some ice, or I get totally soaking wet. I got waterproof matches and a waterproof case. And I got a bunch of other matches. I just got a bunch of random matches. I got my fire steel, my ferro rod, and a striker. And that's all I need in my fire kit. I got that in a little waterproof Yeti container here. And I've been carrying, like I said, I've been carrying that all winter. I got that at the beginning of the season before I came out here in the wintertime. Because you never know when you're going to fall through some slush or whatever. Because this winter I actually fell through some slush. Luckily I had my fire tools and stuff ready, and I had wood cut before I fell through that slush. So anyways, this will save you in that type of situation so you don't get hypothermia. So this is also a good little kit that I carry around. I've been carrying that around since last November, I think. Cheers, everybody! It's my favorite time of day again. It's coffee time. And it's coffee time out here enjoying beautiful nature. Man, is it ever nice out here today. And yes, there's a lot of horseflies and mosquitoes, but it's still beautiful. Cheers, everybody! Oh, Amaretto coffee, pour over coffee, made with the Stanley coffee kit that I made. And it is so fun, really cool. I love it. Cheers, everybody. Oh, nice and flavorful black coffee, no cream needed. That is so nice. Amaretto flavor, wow. Van Hoot coffee. So, purpose of me coming out here today was to say, hey, I made a mistake. Mistakes happen, but it's okay. It's only okay though if I learn from it. If I didn't learn anything from that, then shame on me, in my opinion. So I'm here to tell you, it's okay. What I did was I said, gee, you know what? My first aid was very lacking. I'm lacking in my first aid kit, so I got to make that better, and that's what I did. So that's what I'm here to show you today. So here's what I'm going to leave you with today. I'm going to leave you with when I came out here last week and I injured myself, and what I did and how I handled myself, that type of thing. I made a few mistakes, but I did a few right things at the same time. So here it is, everybody. Cheers, everybody. We'll talk to you in the next one. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a great day to head out in the woods here. And I'm heading out to the bushcraft shelter that I built a few weeks ago to check on it and see how it's doing, because we had lots of rain and we had a couple of big windstorms here. And the tarps that were on that thing weren't the best. So we'll head in now and check it out. And as you can see around me, everything is nice and green, full summer right now, which is really beautiful. So come and join me for a hike into the bushcraft shelter, and who knows what else we'll get into. So I'm just after scaring a little bear away here. Before I even had time to react, he was gone. So I got the bear spray handy right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna sneak around. There's a few little rips. It's not actually as bad as I thought it would be. The one, oh yeah, a few holes. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take those two tarps and just throw them in the garbage. Well, I made a horrible mistake here, guys. I was working and I had my knife in my hand and I accidentally pulled the tarp and the knife jammed in my hand. Definitely got a decent jab here. It's a very sharp knife. So I'm going to use my bike jersey that I got here and cover it up here. Oh, that was a stupid thing I just did. Working with a knife in my hand. What a doughhead. I had the camera turned on, so I kind of felt rushed and pulled the tarp. And when I pulled the tarp, my hand hit the friggin' knife in my other hand. And whatever happened to my hand, whatever I hit in my hand, it made my whole arm hurt. So I don't know if the cut is right where my palm of the hand is, right below the thumb there. So I don't know if I hit some kind of nerve in there that affected my whole arm, but my whole arm hurts right up to my shoulder right now. So I'm on the move right now, getting out of here. Silly mistake. Very silly. Very, very stupid. The silly thing is I had gloves in my bag. I should have put the knife down as I was doing that. But I was not thinking, trying to get it done quick. Because I had the camera turned off. And that's the price I paid right now. So, it's still a beautiful day out here, that's for sure. I could probably stay in there. It's not horrible. It's not the worst cut I've ever had, but it's definitely not a good idea to stick around out here. My whole hand is on fire right now. So I think I hit a nerve or something. So anyways, I'm out of here, guys. I'll show you the results after I get home. If I go down to the hospital and get stitches, maybe. Maybe a 2 or 3 stitch, maybe. So just in case you're wondering, what you should do here is just cover that up as quick as possible. So I had double layer on. And the only reason why I had a double layer on because I knew there was horseflies out here. So instead of me reaching into my backpack, wasting time digging through things and finding my small first aid kit, it was 10 times easier and quicker for me to cover it up with my jersey here. And I'm trying to walk with my hand elevated here. Yes, I'm very far in the woods right now. But in my truck there's a bigger first aid kit. A better first aid kit. The small one I got in there is probably not even worth opening right now. These are smaller bandages and just a little bit of gauze, so it was so much easier and quicker for me just to whip off my jersey here. Even though this is very serious, try not to panic. Because if I start running and I'm gonna fall and hurt myself more, it's gonna be even worse. And I don't really want to make my heart pump any more than it is already. So I'm trying to remain calm, walk at a steady pace, and really I'm trying not to think about it. Because I'm not overly far away from the truck, but I am a hard ways away from the truck. And I'm being destroyed by mosquitoes and horseflies right now. So, trying to think positive, not rush, not get hurt on the way out of here. That's what I'm trying to do right now. A lesson learned. I'm just gonna take a look here, see if everything stopped there. I put this on really quick. Okay, you can see it right in my hand here. So the whole front of the knife hit me right in the hand here. So far, because I grabbed that right away, it's not overly horrible. So I'm gonna put that on again. Now we're good to go. Okay, I made it back through the hard stuff, the marsh and the bog and stuff. And now I'm on just a regular walking trail. The only thing is, I got a handful of blood here walking by where I seen that bear earlier. I don't know if that's even a factor or what, but just thinking about it kind of bothers me a little bit. because this thing is soaked in blood on the inside there. Maybe if I talk to you guys, I'll scare any bears away out of here. Whew. Okay. Just gonna keep my eyes peeled and keep on going here. Okay, made it back to the trucker. First aid kit. It's pretty deep. So I'm pretty happy with the way I reacted. However, I'm not very happy with how it happened. Because working with a knife in your hand is a huge no-no. And the whole time I was out there building that shelter, I was talking to myself, kept reminding myself not to do that. And for some reason this time, I was rushing and that ended up happening to me. I'm trying to find a alcohol wipe right now. So anyways, luckily I'm back at the truck, and the good first aid kit is here. There is a small first aid kit in my backpack, but like I said, it was much more smarter for me just to put my my jersey around there. So I know somebody out there is going to say, "Oh, you should have done this," or "You shouldn't have done that with the." Oh, it's very weird. Sorry, I'm doing first aid right now. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, you shouldn't have worked with your knife in your hand." I know that. And today, for some reason, I just did not do the right thing today. So, this is just for you guys. If this ever happens to you, you can, hopefully this will help you out. Okay. Feeling pretty good now with that cleaned up. I got some gauze. Where's my gauze? I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna wrap this around there. So I'm gonna go around the wrist and around my hand. Okay, I'm pretty good right now. I'm pretty sure there's probably a stitch or two in my future. So anyways, yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake by keeping that knife in my hand. And like I said, when I was out there building that shelter, every time I used my knife, I was like, oh, I gotta put it back in my sheath, or I gotta lay it down, or whatever. For some reason this time, I did not do that at all. And it cost me big time. Big mistake, but you learn from those mistakes. So, I'm off to the hospital, everybody. We'll talk to you later.